what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Welcome to our website. We've got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
You want to ring the bell?
No, it's not yours.
Ooh,
Happy Friday.
look at the time.
Can you tell it's Friday? All right, Dad. My father's worried. He did not see us on air this morning. Dad,
Everybody's
we're
texting
good.
me. That's because this one's very busy.
Dad, I'm good. We're live. We're here. Friday morning. Lots of stuff to do. It's been a week. Wow.
You left me in there with the girls
You got to come out.
for an hour. We were doing film work.
Oh, well, I guess you have to stay in.
And then we tried to get a commercial from Dignity Memorial down. And they have the secret weapon that you can't get nothing out of them. So I said, I wrote to her to see if we can get a commercial. So
Mom, I'm good. Good morning, Mom. Good afternoon, Mom. They're all very worried about me, not you. You post apparently. I have not. So the question was, Freddie, is she okay?
she takes a meeting at 11:30.
She was a half hour late.
And then she doesn't stop yapping.
But we're good. It's about empowerment. It's, coming out of COVID. Now, I've said for so long, I personally have had PTSD over reintegrating back into life. Apparently, that's a thing. I didn't make that up.
Reintegrating back into, is
Integration
that even
back
a word?
into life, back into doing what you
Is that
gotta
a
do.
word? Reintegration?
Yeah, if not, it is now. Hashtag reintegrating. It's kind of like, see, unvoluted. Same type of thing.
See, I'm valued. You sound like this guy. You're going to have to stop hanging out with Slick because you sound more and more like him every day.
But I'm getting ready for our Women Empowerment event tonight. We've got Ladies Night here tonight, sponsored by Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, and by Lost Harbor Spirits. And we're here doing cocktail making, but also talking about ladies, getting your preneed in place, getting some financial stability, all these things. Actually, when I want to maybe kick this off as a whole Women Empowerment series. And maybe this is the first one, and we add to it. So I was talking to Eileen about that as well, about she wants to attract the more mature, seasoned woman.
It's funny, you brought that up last week about the 50-50 club.
And here she walks in the door.
And she's not alone. And it's amazing. I think it started weeks ago with my aunt, Gloria. Remember when we spoke about this, Wayne? And my aunt Gloria does not know how to write checks, doesn't know how the accounts, doesn't know, because she never had to do it. And it has surfaced in the last few days, hours, minutes from people coming forward. So you called it.
It's not that I call it, it's just what we see. And now it's about how do we get the information? How do we disseminate or deliver, as you say, the information to women to say, you know what, you're not alone. You shouldn't be afraid that you don't know the accounts, that you don't have your pre-need, because there's always a solution. And we're going to kick this off tonight with Dignity, have a few cocktails, have some fun with, but start sharing the information and saying, yeah, I was talking to Eileen about it, and she says, my husband and I keep having this conversation, and he won't talk about it, but I kind of feel like I don't want to be in a wall, I don't want to be underground, maybe I want to be cremated, but it's not a Jewish thing. So it opens the conversation up on this, but then it starts opening up, at least for women, when you say, my husband snores, I got to sleep in another room, someone else goes, oh, you too? Like, no one wants to say anything until you say the first thing. And it's almost like, I understand, there's no judgment, we're all in this over 50 together. I think 50's, I don't know, it's just different. Your kids are grown if you have them, you're at a different stage in life as a woman. I don't know if it's the same for men over 50. You're not over 50 yet.
Yeah, next year.
Taylor, can I have a 2-shot, please?
I don't.
Has it changed for you?
I don't think it's men changing. I think that what's happening is that the virus really took a toll on people. And now all of a sudden you're beginning to see more and more numbers, right? People are going to stadiums and games. And I think that people are beginning to look around and sort of deal with the truth of the matter of what's going on. It's like people were shocked. It's like you get punched in the face and you're in that dazed moment. And now that the that the air is clearing up. Responsible people becoming responsible again. And this is just the right thing to do.
Well,
So
I think
if-
it was unique with the pandemic. We had almost a daily reminder of our mortality. You know, every day you turn on the news, like, you know, how many infections are there, how many hospitalizations, how many people have passed away. You know, I can't remember another time like that for a full year. You know, we're only really coming out of that, and we're all a bit shell-shocked. I agree. You know, are we ready for normal? What does that mean now? And you know, what restrictions are still there? And just because something's not prohibited, does that mean it's right for me to be doing that activity, or should I still wear a mask or not? Or thinking about those people, different things. So, yeah, it's gonna be a while.
And how do we live our best life? You always say, you know, you live the seconds. And I'm thinking maybe more, part of what Eileen said is how do we live our best life over 50, over 60, embrace all of these things,
Yeah.
again, for women, because can't speak for men. To be a mom, a grandma, a daughter, a sister, a wife if you are, and work. And still be true to you instead of giving everything and say, you know what, I still need some time to do what I like to do. Is it okay to sit in your bedroom and watch TV when your husband or wife is sitting in another room watching a game? Is it okay to do you? I mean, there's so many things. She said, do you think this is a topic people want to talk about? And I said, oh my gosh, all day long, this is
But will
where
they
we're
talk
at.
about it, is what she's asking.
Will they
Would
talk
they-
or will they listen at first?
Well, will you open up the closet door and let the secret
when you open up
out?
Pandora's box?
You know, it's really funny because guys, we live this every day, but guys, you know, we don't care. Hey, guys never tell you about their fears. They tell you about allegedly their strengths.
Right.
That's why guys don't like talking about this stuff. But you know something? At the end of the day, when I spoke to my son yesterday, he even thanked me. He says, thank you for doing this because you're doing the right thing. He's thanking me. Now, am I happy about it? No. I mean, I like Wayne. I like him, but I put all my stuff together because the decision now is being made as to where to lay to rest. Do we go to Puerto Rico? Do I do something here? All of a sudden, again, you get punched in the face with the virus, and everybody's waking up.
And some
out
other
of this
things. We've
daze.
had a lot of, you know, close calls of our family and extended family of what's going on, and you think, you know what?
It doesn't.
They say, there by the grace of God go I,
you don't
right?
feel the pain until it hits home.
So I think I want to open up a women empowerment series, and I want to
That's
talk to
marvelous.
you, Wayne, and Jackie about it, and see if we can come to a collaboration of what we can do. Because the more we open up Pandora's box, the more I'm hoping that women will say, you know what? Me too. I have something to say. I want to be heard. I want to be, even if you don't want to be seen, I want to listen to what someone else has to say that understands where I'm coming from.
You are not alone.
You are
as
not
they
never
say.
alone.
And you're going to find out just how many people want to have this conversation when you start it.
There's a lot of conversation to be had. So I was glad she was here. I was glad she was here.
Well, I saw that it got intense, so I didn't even come over to say hi.
She
or
didn't think you
nothing.
remembered her.
Of course I
She
remember
goes, I
her.
don't think Freddie knows who I am. It's been
course.
so long.
Of course I remember her, but you know, we got 8 orders for Comcast in that room. I wasn't going to come out here, and I was talking to the ladies about how to divvy up all this new work that's coming. It's a lot of work to do these things.
It's a lot of work coming out, but it's all good. Slick's doing his thing. We got this. The girls are doing their. Everyone's a little quiet today, getting ready for it tonight, because you can't give it all during the day and then give it all at night. So Wayne, we're saving our energy. We're like squirrels packing the food in our cheeks, getting ready for tonight, and then we get ready to go. All the bags are packed, and we're going to add some dignity swag to it.
Nice, yeah. So Jackie's going to be here with the ladies and kind of do that event. So I'm excited for that.
It'll be great. I think we've got about 15 or 16
Nice.
women, which is kind of the perfect size, and I
Nice.
think more people want to come, so we may do another one maybe later in summer, maybe
Sure.
back towards the fall.
Yeah.
I think July people start going away and
Yeah.
kids go to camp, so you know, we can plan a second series, but definitely things I want to really start thinking about, because I've seen once you open Pandora's box, you know what happens.
Well, somebody contacted me about doing miniseries, 10 people, but not here, outside of here.
Okay.
So that could be another, it all depends on how tonight goes, I guess. People want to see who comes out, what the
Well, you know how
test is.
tonight's going to go.
Well, I mean,
Me
these
and the
things-
girls, we know it's going to go well. We got a lot of, you'll know a lot of the people, a lot of friends that you've met that I think, Wayne, are finally saying, you know what? It's time to start thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad.
Because you met with people last year when we did our last event, and I know you followed up with people, and then everyone sort of
Kinda
went down under.
The sky was falling, so people couldn't really concentrate on doing anything.
It's interesting, right? The
No,
sky was
yeah.
falling, but they couldn't concentrate on their sky.
Yeah.
And
You ever
then-
get the feeling that you walk into a room and they go, "Oh no, he's here." The Grim Reaper is in the house.
But Wayne, I have to tell you, I got a huge compliment from somebody. They said they thanked us for being part of the Dignity Memorial 10%. They said you don't realize how much 10% is
Makes a difference.
until you make that phone call, and Wayne picks up at all hours. They said to me, Wayne picks up at all hours and says, "I got you covered. Whatever you need, here's 10%." And they said 10% was almost like $1,000. They said 10% under
Yeah.
the Brooklyn Cafe Dignity Memorial Program was a lot of money. So I want to,
Can be.
give
So,
you that
we're
feedback. They
just
were
eager
very
to-
appreciative.
To do what we can to help people. That's what we're about. And we're always glad to help.
And you got it done. That's what they were amazed at. They said, he just does it.
So thankful to everything you
Very
and your
thankful.
family did.
Very thankful.
Sure. I mean, I get a lot of urgent calls, unfortunately, and we help in that situation. We can do a quick contract over the phone, even if we have to. We can do that. At least get the basics there. So if it is an imminent situation, it makes it easier at the time. Or we can sit down and do more detailed plan. So
And apparently, you've been keeping a little secret that there's a list of things that people don't know when their loved one passes, of what to do with Medicare checks, bank accounts, who to contact.
yeah. So
So there's a lot more that you offer through Dignity than people even realize.
Yeah, so I talk a lot about pre-arrangements and the benefits of doing that, but we provide a whole other service to our families after someone has passed away, and that's another side of what I do. So I meet with my other colleagues. We offer to meet with the surviving spouse and the family to go over other information that's going to be helpful for them for immediate things around closing the estate, people to notify. It's kind of a checklist. So we kind of help them with that, and we say, maybe not all of that's going to be applicable for you, but you don't know what you don't know. And we just say, work through that list. If you got any questions, we're eager to help. We also have a compassion helpline that all of our families have access to completely free for a full year. And they're all licensed grief counselors, the best at what they do, and they're available 24/7. I was surprised with that almost 70% of the calls they get are from men between midnight and 4 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, so that kind of shocked me, but if you think about it, it makes sense maybe. I think men are less inclined to kind of speak to family or close friends. Maybe they find it harder to share how they feel. It's maybe easier with a stranger. So that's clearly the case. But whatever the situation, and I always say to families, grief is something you have to work through, and it's not one way. People experience that in different ways, different timing. What we do know is you got to go through it. If you try to avoid it, there's no avoiding it. It will hit you sooner or later. And we encourage people to kind of go through that process, work with our grief counselors, and we also give information about other local groups. And I know that's really helpful for some people to physically meet with other people who've lost someone recently, because it's hard to empathize or hard to connect with people who, if they haven't had a recent loss themselves. So that's been really helpful. Other widows or widowers to meet with others in the area to kind of share their experience and their grief together. There's lots of groups, so we give that out that other information. Lots of other things as well.
Which is really important. You think about it, you be strong, and in Jewish religion you sit Shiva. Some people don't. You celebrate it with Luto. And then after that, people go back to work and extended families go back to doing, and here you are dealing with the loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
And you think you're supposed to be strong. Maybe this is what you think.
Yeah.
I can do this. And you don't want to reach out to the grief counselors or support groups. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's proud to be a huge help.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, when someone passes away, there's a lot of adrenaline, there's lots of things, there's people phone in, and there's things to worry about, where do I need to send the death certificates, what do I need to do to close the estate, busy. Everyone leaves town, you're alone, everything's done, and then it's quiet. And that's really when it hits a lot of people. And some people, I meet, they've been married for, decades, and suddenly they're alone. It's a big shock.
Even
I
if
had
you don't
one
like
woman
your
that called
spouse,
me,
you're
she said-
still alone.
She said, I don't even know the protocol. Am I still considered a Mrs.? What should I say? Am I still Mrs. something, or am I Ms. now, or what? What should I even say? People ask, are you married? It's like, well, I'm widowed, but that whole thing around the title, and she said that's. It's like, is that unique to me, or what? I don't even know. What's normal, or is there a normal, or so things like that. I'd never thought of that either. So.
But you have support groups through Dignity and grief counselors to help with that.
Yes.
That's that's so important for people to realize, not more than, but on another side of once it hits,
Yeah.
and they no longer need your services because you've taken care of everything, what happens after that?
Yeah, we say, once you're part of our family, we're always here to help. And we provide a lot of services, even around, we have a bereavement travel program. So it's basically, when someone's passed away, we have one phone call to call, and we use one of the largest travel agencies in the country, and they do everything for you. And they usually get great discounts for you. They can get you on next day flights. They'll book hotels, cars. That's another service that we provide to our families. And a lot of people said that's been such a huge help. They don't have to worry about trying to get flights and things.
Oh, well, thank you, Slick. Who's this for?
It's
For you?
the interesting thing is that
Thank you.
you do the service for at least a year. Because what happens is that in the first couple of weeks, couple of months, you're running around trying to figure out what to do. I know for me anyway. And then when you sit down a couple of months later, it begins. That whole story begins.
Yeah.
And focusing becomes an issue. And trying to get through the day becomes an issue. And I was talking to some people because a married couple, some people have been married for 60 years,
Yeah.
50, 60, 70 years. And that's tremendous amount of change. Even if you're 20 years of age and you lose a dad or a mom or something like that, it's still a little bit different than the person that person lived with for 50, 60 years. It's just more heartfelt. There's more loss. When my
Yeah.
father lost my mom, in the morning I got up at 5 in the morning and waited for him to have breakfast because I know that this was his ritual with her. And he's sitting there having breakfast and he's talking to my mother who wasn't there, where she was always been. And then he realized, it took a couple of days, he realized that she wasn't there. So there's a lot of things that happen
Yeah.
in this transition. So I am happy to hear, I didn't know you did it for a year, which is really
Completely
vital
free.
because
There's no charge.
and it's
free.
vital because when you stretch this thing out, when people have been together for a long time, that moment stretches. Everything stretches, and things that happen in your life, especially if you've been with the same person for a number of years, you begin to see it over and over again. It plays a lot of tricks on you.
Well, related to making your pre-arrangements as well. I mean, cremation is increasing. It's about 70% of people are choosing cremation now. And when they're doing their cremation plans, we talk about that as well. And a lot of people are saying, oh, let's just do it, let's do, direct cremation, just get it done and make it simple. And I said, okay, I often ask, do you have any loved ones, living out of state? Or like a son or a daughter living in another state, for example. Because what I recommend is if they haven't seen you in a while, and we perform that cremation, and they don't have a chance to see you before the cremation's taken place, their grief is going to be much longer.
Mm-hmm.
So we should include in your pre-arrangement the opportunity for them to be able to see you one last time before you're cremated, because I know that's going to really help with their grief process. So there's other things that we try to pull in. Another reason why people should consider doing their pre-arrangements, we can help think about those kind of logistics as well to make sure the right things are put in place for your family.
You do a lot of other things. You brought over a whole pamphlet on different jewelry and different options where you can put part of the remains as keepsakes.
Yeah, we have a whole range of keepsake jewelry or cremation jewelry. It's a thing. Some people love that. We also have keepsake urns. So they're small, like 2 or 3 inches, different shapes. Some look like just a mini urn. Others you wouldn't know was an urn. But yeah, a portion of the cremated remains can be placed in that, and some people do several of those for the family. They want to have that, so we can do that as well.
My dad says, thank you for all of your help. He says for right now, he's planning on putting it off. Thank you, Dad. I'd like you to put it off as well.
But he's got everything.
But you've got
he's
everything in place.
So, you know, hopefully.
And then some, right?
Yeah. So hopefully years down the road, we'll take care of things, but he's got it all set.
But I got to tell you, the past couple weeks, it is hitting awfully close to home. And every week you
Yeah.
come in and you're helping somebody else. And all they keep saying is, thank you to Wayne, thank you to Wayne. I'm so glad I know Wayne.
Well, unfortunately, it's something we all need eventually. So I can't say it enough. Everyone should get their pre-arrangements in place. You never know when that day is going to be. And if you genuinely care for your family, then I think, you know, it's the right thing to do.
And yes, Charlotte, tonight, why don't you come down? We'll squeeze you in.
We haven't seen Charlotte in a long
And
time.
then she says, when do you want me to? I says, come on down, because she's on a break. I said, come on down. Enjoy the ladies tonight.
Yeah.
It only takes a little area to sit. You can sit. It's only an hour and a half. And we'd love to see you, so come on down.
We're going to have some fun. I'm glad Jackie's coming.
Yeah.
Get to talk to her and see
she's
the
great.
the female side of what this is. It's just so different that we're very fortunate to be able to talk about what we get to talk about every day, to actually open up the conversations. I know we ruffle some feathers, at least I think I probably do.
You ruffle?
Don't.
You
You don't.
ruffle
You're
what?
so eloquent in what
They
you
got
do.
a whole thing on the bottom of this screen.
Yes, we have a new disclaimer. When
On
Freddie
me.
says something, we say, disclaimer, Freddie is not the opinion of the rest of us at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. And you know, sometimes you say things that we have to disclaim about.
That's not true.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, and there it goes.
And there it goes.
More with Wayne Henry and Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. Yes, we've got Ladies' Night here tonight, talking about pre-need, pre-planning, getting all of your arrangements in place, planting that seed for you and your loved ones, and some cocktail making along the way.
Yummy Lost Harbor drinks.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
Do you need a strong cup of coffee to get you through your day? Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open. Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
He's recording right now? Okay, guys, red alert. The guys are coming out of the den, and 2 Men in the Car is a mobile car service brought to you by Am Media Productions. The only thing that I felt like we did today was basically worked in the studio because we have a big event for the guys, not the ladies, unfortunately. Ladies are still going to be there because their event is packed out.
Ladies' night is going to include a few of the guys, it sounds like.
Yeah, because I'm going to identify myself as a lady as well. So I'm going to make my appearance. Now, I'm not wearing a dress. I'm going to be dressed like myself, like how I always dress. But I'm going to make my appearance.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, until we see you guys tonight or tomorrow night, because it can't be tonight.
Yeah. No, we're going to have everything set up, nice, ready to go. It's going to be a great event.
It's going to be a really great event. So tune in for the visuals on that and 2 Men in the Car.
I just wanted to introduce y'all to a
2 Men in the Car mascot.
Yeah, we got a little special guest this time.
I couldn't believe I saw him
Say
today.
hi, buddy.
Oh, hi, everybody.
This is Pablo. This is official dog of 2 Men in the Car.
So we're becoming a mobile dog and other streaming type of. Did you just twirl that?
I did.
So Pablo's gonna look really nice. So I'll say tune in for some more episodes of 2 Men in the Car, guys, and that's about it. I was gonna tell you guys something personal to me, but I can't say it, being that after June 1st I can't really talk about situations that has to do with vaccinations. So I'm gonna keep that to myself until it actually happens or until that new episode comes out. So shh, stay tuned.
That sounds lit.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I gotta tell you, that was segment of 2 Men in the Car. I like, of all 3 pieces in there, I like the dog.
You like his name is
Pug.
Carlos? No,
Carlos.
it's not. Was it Carlos?
Carlos Santana.
Pablo. I knew it was Hispanic.
Pablo
Carlos, Pablo.
Pablo Santana.
I don't know. I need a disclaimer. Whatever Dawn says is not necessarily that of.
Pablo Escobar.
Like Pablo.
Pablo Santana.
That's Carlos Santana.
Pablo Santana. And he drives.
That was awesome.
That dog drives.
And Dan will be here. 2. Dan will be here tonight setting up with us, and lots of good stuff happening. Oh, okay. Very cool. So yes, ladies' night. Now I get to bartend.
Blake,
so
come on in, Blake.
a whole nother side of what it is, Wayne. Me and Jackie up here and have some fun. You're in good hands, my friend. You got Jen G coming. We got Tracy coming.
Let's put her in the blues, put Blake in the whites.
You are in good hands. We got no worries about that. Our 1 o'clock guest is joining us, which is pretty cool. We're gonna.
She's never been here. Blake has never been here either.
Welcome, Blake.
Now I've known Blake 6-7 years, right? At least.
I've known you about 10 years.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Blake. Blake is a big Met Jet fan. He used to be my board operator at the radio station, and he's the man with the voice. I remember when Blake. We did a piece at 18th Street. You know something? It has been 10 years.
That was 6 years ago.
We did a piece for you.
I'm on the air?
Yes.
Not
We
yet,
did-
but you will be.
We did a piece for you, so you were doing your WWF career.
Yeah, I was doing, that was some stand-up stuff for some regional TV. And, I'm on right now. Okay.
We're gonna hear you, yeah.
All right, just throw me right into the mix here. I was doing some regional stuff on in North Carolina.
Yes, and you were the man with the voice.
I needed a green screen, so I came to Freddie.
He came in a suit. He came in a suit with a green screen. It was hilarious, but it worked.
Well, I needed one, yeah.
It worked. And now you're doing. I see the Facebook stuff. You're doing a lot of wrestling stuff now.
I do wrestling still, but I do a lot of MMA. Doing a lot of national MMA stuff, Fox Sports, NBC Sports, that kind of stuff.
You know, it's really interesting because I think you should call Major League Baseball. You see a lot of the announcers.
Sure.
Getting kicked out for different reasons.
Yeah, they have that sharp tongue.
Yep. They think that they are entitled to say anything.
Yeah, they got to realize sometimes that they're on camera, and these days got to be pretty sensitive when you're talking about different things. So,
You know, it's funny because we're just talking about that with Wayne from Dignity Memorial about things have changed, and you sort of have to control yourself a little bit. I think we're losing a little bit of control.
What do you mean?
People, like a lot of announcers, are just getting kicked off the air for saying the wrong thing. You remember the very first announcer was kicked off for saying the wrong thing on the air?
who's that?
All right, I was hoping you would tell me.
The very first ever? I mean, I'm
The
sure
very
it
first
happened
ever.
decades ago.
The guy who killed himself because they did. The Greek.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about.
He was a baseball player or a football announcer, and he said a racial thing on the air. Jimmy the Greek.
Oh, the gambler, the betting guy.
Jimmy the Greek was an announcer. He don't know. He's too young. Jimmy the Greek was
I know
an
who Jimmy
announcer.
the Greek is.
He was an announcer, and he said something very racial, and they got rid of him. They took him off the air, and he ended up killing himself. He committed suicide. True story. And it's funny because back then, they used to tell announcers, you got to chill, you got to be cool. But all of a sudden, you see the thing with basketball players, and they called out Shaq and everything. And even LeBron James, the Miami Heat GM, got fined $25,000.
Right.
For saying, oh, I put a new key under the mat if he wants to come play for me. You can't do things like that. So people have to control themselves a little bit.
You know, you should really step into mine and slick side of the world and be a woman.
Why? No.
Why? Because we got this. Wayne, we got this so good. You have nothing to worry about.
Wait, Guy always says when one door closes, a window opens.
100%.
Window.
And you know what? My mom is like the expert bartender. So genetically, I'm good to go.
You should bring your mom.
Mom, I should bring you up to bartend
Mom, why don't you
tonight.
come down? We need
Come on,
a
Mom.
purple hair Grandma Vodka.
We're
Mixer.
good to go. And Amy Reshevsky's going to be here. I'm in good company, so don't you
Amy
worry
said
about
you're
anything.
in good hands.
We got Amy, Barbara Silver.
Oh, forget about it.
We're so
This place
good.
is the lid is gonna come off of this place.
This place will be hopping. But I want to talk about, we are actually also raffling off. I've got a $200 gift card tonight to raffle off to NYY.
Yep.
So ladies, please bring your business cards, or if not, if you don't have a business, we'll be writing it down. And Wayne brought this beautiful basket.
And we also gonna raffle off 2 books
Oh, which ones?
from that gentleman yesterday that was
Okay.
on here. You can raffle those off.
We got a lot of things, but that basket looks lovely.
Yeah, a lot of nice goodies in there.
So a lot of nice goodies.
There's no urn in there, is there?
Absolutely not.
Pringles
It's all
can.
edible.
Oh, edible.
Pringles can.
Edible urn.
That's creepy.
No, it's kind of cool.
It's like edible
No.
underwear.
No, that's creepy.
No, thank you. He's a little creepy, Wayne.
No.
Slick. Look, there's your disclaimer.
They put disclaimers on things I say.
We
Blake.
now have a disclaimer on Freddie Blake.
It's about 10 years too late.
Hey, Blake, do you remember when we put, okay, take it easy. Remember when we put you on the air and we were talking, you were with, I was with, I can't remember her name, Linda Stein.
Oh, yeah.
And Bobby says, you can't put Blake on the air.
It happened a couple times.
Yes, I said, for me, I can't put Blake on the air. It's my time. I can put whoever I want on the air. And he was good. And him and Linda Stein had this edgy thing going on. It was fun, right? And
It was
put
a
a
nice
stop
part of the
to it.
show.
And Bobby put a stop to it. He said, no more.
It's going to be good.
It's everywhere I go.
Yeah, I know. Wayne deals with you, though, the best he can.
I know. Wayne, when I see Wayne, I go,
Tell us, before we switch segments, tell us about Jackie.
Yeah, so she's one of the managers in Treasure Coast Group. So she's spends a lot of time up at Hillcrest Cemetery up in West Palm. But I'm proud to be a colleague of hers and work together doing various types of events and things there. And she's been in the company for, gosh, I want to say at least 15 years. So she knows her stuff, and she's a great person.
Has she ever bartended before?
I'm sure she'd have some knowledge about that. So
There you go.
We're together.
We're good. It's going to be a whole lot of fun here tonight. So if you want
Very
to
good.
join us, we're pretty close to capacity, but always another one or two. Maybe Marie wants to join us. We're going to talk to her. And Blake, we're going to thank you for all of that. Wayne, people give you a call to set up a consultation or?
Yeah, so you can meet with me or one of my colleagues, depending on where you live. We can meet in person at your home, one of our locations, and we have 250 here in Florida. Or we can meet online. So we can still do online appointments. That became a thing during COVID, but still convenient for some people. And the goal is just to give the information to you to consider doing your own pre-arrangements. We can run through different options with you, and our system allows us to show you various payment plans as well if you want to do that. It's always future-proof, where we lock in the prices for you, so those costs can never go up in price, even if you end up passing away decades later, which we hope is the case. And if you move out of the area to another state or somewhere in our network, even in Canada or Puerto Rico, your plan that you put in place can always be transferred with you at no additional charge. Even your cemetery spaces, if you purchase that in one of our cemeteries, can be transferred to one of our other cemeteries. So it's future-proof. But we encourage everyone to do this ahead of time. Put your plans in place. The earlier, the better. Unfortunately, it's something that we all need. If you delay that, you're only ensuring that your family is going to pay a lot more for that. We have extra discounts that we can offer through the Brooklyn Cafe because they've joined our funeral benefit program. If you're a business owner or part of any sort of group, you can join that as well for free. And it gives your members or employees and their family members anywhere in our network access to discounts for pre-arrangements, and also if they haven't made pre-arrangements and someone passes away unexpectedly, they still get a discount, which is unheard of. So there's a lot that we offer there. We encourage everyone to just learn about it. It makes a great amount of sense to put your own pre-arrangements in place. Also, if you have an aging parent who won't have the conversation with you and you know it's going to be your responsibility, you can put those arrangements in place ahead of time as well. Even if it's hours or days ahead, someone's imminent, we can certainly help then, but ideally years or decades in advance, there's a lot more benefits for you to do that ahead of time.
There's so many options, and it's not a pleasant topic, and people say, oh, wait, there's one more coming, I forgot. Wait, yeah, as I'm remembering, everyone I invited who said I'll be there, we might be at 20. It's all going to be good. Anyway, the mind of me right now is like, true. Forget, I understand where Jackie is right now, and she's delivering tables. It's going to be great. But people say pre-need, what does that mean? You're going to talk about funeral and setting up benefits?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think, my grandma's in the hospital, she might die. I should maybe do her pre-arrangements. Technically, that is what it is, but no, your pre-arrangements should be for yourself when you're healthy, happy, earlier in life, if you're starting, to do any sort of retirement plan, any sort of estate plan, it should be part of that. And you can put those things in place ahead of time, and it's future-proof if you do it with dignity. So we encourage you to consider those options, and we're always eager to talk to you about that. What we can offer you makes a lot of sense for everybody.
And next week we're going to be heading down to corporate office.
Yeah, so we're going to film down at the Neptune Memorial Reef offices, where they actually do the mixing. So that's a cremation option that we have that we can offer as part of our group. The Neptune Memorial Reef is actually in Biscayne Bay off the coast of Miami. It's an underwater cemetery. So it's basically made to look like the lost city of Atlantis. The artists had a great fun there. There's archers and lions, and it's quite a fun structure. They finished 2 phases. So you can get your cremated remains mixed into a concrete mold, into a different shape, made part of the main structure, or a fun shape like a starfish or a mermaid or a turtle. Even they've got lions. And it's a permanent resting place in the sea with a copper plaque, and it's bringing back sea life to what was Barents Sea. So that's an option there. And we're going to show the behind the scenes at the offices next week. We're going to film that to show later on the show, where they actually do the mixing and the molds and all of that behind the scenes with the operations director. So that should be
Send the
good.
Slick and Val down on Thursday.
I know, so Valerie was making preparations to go. And if you have an urn, a lot of people have urns, you got Uncle Fester in the closet, and you don't know what to do, or a family member, and you don't know what to do with it. This is another option that you can contact Wayne and get this done. A lot of people like the reef idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think it's good fun. Doing something good with your remains rather than just sticking it somewhere. Bringing back life after life, we say. But yeah, if you already have the cremated remains of a loved one, you're not sure what to do with it, it might be a good option.
They sent us pictures. JoJo sent us pictures. She went down to the Keys with friends, and they're divers, and they went down to the reef, and they're sending us pictures. And then I said to her, I guess you don't watch our show, because we show this a lot.
Yeah, it's one of the most popular dive sites in the world.
Yeah.
Because it is very unique and quite amazing.
So they're heading down there. You can give Wayne a call. He'll actually be here tonight with Jackie. 561-654-9000. Call him, text him. He'll be here tonight. The guys are going to be in Studio A.
Yes.
See what rolls out for the rest of us. We're going to be here. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Ladies Night, but we also have a new guest in studio. We're going to talk to Blake, talk to Marie, hear her story. So, story of survivor. Again, women empowerment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Safe friends. Max Lazega creates whimsical, free-flowing. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Hi, Hi, I'm Tracy McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Dr. Laura Ellick, a licensed psychologist practicing in both Florida and New York with over 20 years of experience, addresses the negative thoughts that are keeping you stuck in your lifestyle patterns. Dr. Ellick works with children, teens, and adults, from anxiety and depression to eating disorders, addiction recovery, and medical issues. Making a deep interpersonal connection is a magical part of the therapeutic relationship. Contact Dr. Laura at 516-635-6186 or at Laura Ellick, ELLICK.com for a personalized consultation. It's time to remove the blocks that are preventing you from achieving your dreams. Call Dr. Laura Ellick at 516-635-6186 or at LAURAELLICK.com.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
The Spa Facial by Maria has amazing facials, body treatments, and sugar body waxing for any special occasion. All our spa treatments have organic and natural ingredients concentrated just for your skin. We guarantee all natural products help you with that extra feeling of zen. The Spa Facial offers organic facials, foot detox, aromatherapy, manscaping, and face and body waxing. Call the Spa Facial for your spa appointment with Maria at 954-213-5034 or visit her website at thespafacial.info.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
Well, we're back. You know, you have too many things, boy. You're giving me a migraine.
I'm giving myself a migraine, is what I'm doing. You know, it's not easy to be an empowered woman and manage, I shouldn't say manipulate, manage everything that needs to get done. That's all I can tell you.
All right, let's move on.
Thank you, Valerie, reading my mind, and that is scary in itself. So we've got Blake joining us, and Blake, I don't even know how Blake knows Marie, but let's find out.
I think he's working with her now, right?
Yes, I am. The 6 degrees of separation, if you will.
That's right.
I met Marie about a year or so ago, maintained a relationship, and then I had some work stuff kind of change. I still am doing the announcing, but everything else kind of shifted gears a little bit. Gave me an excellent opportunity to work with her and her firm, and things are going great right now. She'll certainly tell you a lot more about it, but it's a lot of good stuff going on.
Fantastic.
All right, let's bring Maria in forward, and let's find out a little bit more about what you do, how you do it, and why.
Well, welcome, Maria.
Yes, thank you, Dawn and Freddie, for having me today. Absolutely. I've been in Boca about 15 years now, approximately, and I started in Fort Lauderdale and moved my way up to Boca because of the schools. And I love the town of Boca. Like, I live here locally, right downtown, and been here ever since. I find that Boca is like a gem. Having traveled all around the world since I was like a little kid, I find that Boca is very special and feels like a little gem and hidden gem, I would say. So I am from Congo, and that's in Africa, for those that might not know. It's right in the center when you look at the map, and there's actually 2 Congos. So I am from the Republic of Congo and not the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm from a town called Brazzaville. So that's where I grew up. However, I was born in Moscow, Russia. So there's a twist there. So my mother is Russian, and met my father, who's from Congo, in Moscow. My father in the 70s studied in Russia. So he got a scholarship from Congo and was sent to Russia. And that is where he met my mother in Moscow. And they were married there, and I was born in Moscow, Russia. When I was about 2 years old, we moved to Congo, and that's where I was raised until I came to America in college, and I went to UCF in Orlando. So I actually came to America and lived with an American family, and went to UCF to get my degree in communications. And that's really where I started my journey in America. And being here by myself when I was basically late teens, without my family, and had to learn all about being in the U.S. I spoke French. My first language was Russian. However, when we moved to Congo, it became French, because we do speak French in Congo. So when I came to America studying here, I had my English-French dictionary, to kind of overcome the language. And I had a super heavy accent. So I did not sound like I sound today. That's how I came to America.
You had a French accent.
Well, I would say so, yeah, more of a French accent. Wow. Today, everyone's like, oh, when I say I'm from Congo, they're like, oh, Chicago? I'm like, yeah, sure, Chicago. We'll just stay there.
You sound like you're from the Bronx to me, but it's all the same to me.
So sometimes I don't make it too complicated, because I'll like Congo, but then Russia, and then everyone gets confused. I'm sure everybody got confused with the whole story.
And now you're in Boca, so yeah, it makes a
Boca.
whole lot of
I'm
sense.
Probably the only Russian Congolese in Boca Raton, okay, the only one.
Via UCF, yeah.
Via
We got
UCF.
this whole thing going.
Yeah. So
but your story is amazing. Single
you.
mother of 3. I'm reading from the Palm Beach Post.
Yes. Last
Battles
year.
breast cancer and a job amidst the pandemic.
Yes, absolutely. You never know when things just come at you. And I think that being in America all these years had so many adversities. And when in 2019, I will go for a regular mammogram, right? And they say everything looks good. And 5 weeks later, approximately, I find like a lump in my breast by myself. I found it. And I had to go back, of course, to get another mammogram. And then you wait, and those results, and when the doctor calls you and gives you the news that, you have breast cancer, basically, and that, it's maybe a stage 2, and it becomes like, the next thing you know, your world just like goes really fast. And the first thing you think about are, of course, your children. I have 3, 20, 10, and 5. So I'm a very busy mom.
Good story. Wow.
And so that's the first thought that I had, is what's going to happen to my children. And honestly, the first thought is like, oh, I'm going to die. Like, this is over. Like, I'm done. I'm dying. So you go through the shock, the crying, and then you realize, okay, now let's see what's going to happen. Let's listen to the doctors. Let's absorb the information, and let's put our, fighting cap on, and let's go. Let's do this, right? As you mentioned earlier, women, Dawn, like, we just make it happen,
But can I backtrack before you go
Sure.
on with your story? You get a mammogram, and for women, you get your mammogram, you get a clean bill of health.
Right.
And then you find a lump.
Correct.
Did you think, I'm good, I got a mammogram, I'm not even going to address it? Because women would say, you know what, I'm sure it's nothing, my mammogram was fine, I'm going to ignore it. You didn't, so
No,
that's
I didn't.
huge
The
that
lump,
you didn't.
the lump was quite significant. Like, I've never had lumps in my life, at least in my breast. And so when I felt that lump, it was so hard. Like, it's like a little bead, But I was like, this is this is a problem. Like, this is a problem, that is something that hard. So of course, after they do the biopsy, that's when you get the news, and you don't want to believe it. But also the question was, what happened when they did the initial mammogram, right? Like, what happened when, you used, of course, the mammogram machine, but you also did the ultrasound, because apparently I have dense tissue. So what happened? How come they didn't see that lump?
And you had an ultrasound also?
Yes, I
And
had
they still
both the
didn't see
first
it.
time. And of course, the second time when they do the ultrasound, I know where the lump is. I'm like, it's right here. So of course, you're going to go right there. But let me tell you, they only went right there. And by the time I went to get my biopsy with my doctor, I had another lump on the side. And I was like, well, why didn't I not see that lump? I'm really feeling my breast with my dense tissue. So that question was never answered. Why in 5 weeks? Did it grow that fast? Like, what happened that it wasn't detected the first time? So to women that have dense tissue, I would say, be an advocate and like push for your doctor to do not only an ultrasound, but then you're going to need to do an MRI to really see what's in there. Because I wish I had known, and of course you're just learning as you go, that if you have dense tissue, most likely they won't be able to see some of the lumps that you have, even with an ultrasound. So I would say to you, make sure that you ask for that MRI. And I don't know why sometimes doctors are like, oh no, you don't need an MRI, you'll be just fine. You have to follow your gut feeling. You have to be like, no, I'm not going to be just fine. You have to be an advocate. And that's what I learned through this whole journey and the process. I've spoken to over 10 doctors when I was going through the process. I did not go with the first doctor, the oncologist, who said, okay, you need chemo right now. I questioned everyone. I questioned them. I was like, what does this mean? I don't understand. Doctors speak to you like you've done it before over and over. It's like an attorney. They'll talk to you like, I don't understand. So you have to tell them, I don't understand, slow down. Like, what does it mean to me? I don't understand. So that's what I did a lot of. And I'm here today.
You had double mastectomy or one?
So I only had one. And the reason I chose, a lot of women were talking about, double mastectomy, then you redo your boobs and they look perfect, So I did listen to that, but I also listened to my doctor. He was like, well, my plastic surgeon was like, well, it's really not necessary. You don't need to go through that. And so I listened to her. I didn't want to do it. Just one breast. Oh, excuse me. Didn't realize I didn't turn my phone off. So that's what I ended up doing, and I'm happy I did it, because something I did not know is that when you get a mastectomy, and I got a nipple sparing mastectomy, if it's not too much information on the show, so meaning that they maintain the exterior of your breast, including your nipple, However, what happens is that they remove everything inside like a bagel. They scoop the bagel out, then you don't have any fatty tissues anymore. So what happens today, because I just had my mastectomy repaired, right? I had an expander, which expands your skin for almost a year. So I just had it last year in November, the surgery. So anyways, your skin feels different. So your skin on your body is so thin, it's so fine. So I'm glad I only had one breast because one is very fine, and there's, I wouldn't say, I guess, side effects. What you'll feel, which I was not told, is that you might feel colder on one side and you won't feel anything on the other side. So my skin is like cold on one side. It's very bizarre, and I wish, like someone had told me that, like, kind of, so women that have had mastectomies, I'm sure they can relate if they do feel that, or maybe they don't, but your skin is very fine.
And how are you now?
I'm good. I'm doing well. I do my checkups with my doctors. Of course, I did chemo all of last year during the pandemic. It was quite difficult, but at the same time, it was pretty easy because I was home already. So I started chemo in January 2020. And really got crazy, in March 2020, when everything got locked down. Right. I started watching the news international and saw it kind of coming. So I pulled my five-year-old daughter out of school. So in February, because I was concerned, her being out there, am I going to get it? I'm doing chemo. I mean, that whole story. So I was at home, so it didn't really bother me being at home so much doing my treatments. I would go, some I did every week. Some I did once a month. It really depends on the treatment and the chemotherapy. Also, I was doing my therapies all through the needle. So I did not get a port, which a lot of women get. So I was kind of opposed to getting a port. I did not want anything on my chest. So I just had it, just through the needles. And it was fine for me. I never had any issues. So it took almost a year of chemotherapy last year. And during that year of chemotherapy, pandemic, my mother was here until March. Sometime she had to leave, go back to Russia. So it was a bit crazy because she was here, then she had to leave, and then, no work. So I wasn't working, which I'm actually grateful I wasn't working, because I don't think that I would have handled, I don't know how women handle doing chemotherapy, working, and then I have the kids on top of that. I don't know how I would have, done it. So I'm happy I was at home and I was able to be at home, and but also thinking about the future, because I'm a businesswoman. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do in the future? I know I'm getting treatment, and my mother said, good for you that you're at home, because you're never at home. So. And those are the lessons I've learned through chemotherapy. It was very difficult, for sure. It was somber, it was difficult, but I did not allow the chemotherapy to stop me in everything that I was doing, from being with the family and laughing and having a great time, to being on the phone and still being a girlfriend in need for those girlfriends that have problems all the time. So I never stopped, and even working or thinking of work. I went to every chemotherapy infusions looking like fabulous all the time. Okay, it was like an event for me. I wasn't going anywhere. So going to the doctor was like, I'm going to a party, and my doctor's like, oh my gosh, you're gonna look this stylish every time? I said, absolutely. You know how sad it could be when you go to the doctor's office to get chemo? So I refuse to either look like I was dying, feel like I was dying, and that is the approach I took. And and the hair that you see, by the way, I wore that hair, and I say wear it because it is a wig.
Hair?
So it is a wig. And I wore this wig during the whole chemotherapy. The nurse even said, oh my gosh, Marie, is that your hair? I'm like, are you serious? You know it's not my hair.
I was going to say, how did you keep that beautiful hair?
So it is obviously real hair. It is, a beautiful wig that was ordered many years ago before I was ever, I knew that I had to go through breast cancer. My sister is a hair specialist, and she designed and cut and styled and colored this beautiful piece of hair that you see, and I get it treated every month. It needs to go to the salon and it gets treatment. So I get to drop her off and I don't have to sit for hours anywhere. Isn't that amazing?
Does she have a name? Did we name the hair?
I did not name it. You know, my sister asked me the same question. This is a little weird. I'm like, I'm not going to name it.
It's like
I'll just
Beyonce's
say
alter
her.
ego, right?
That's right. So it was like the whole Beyonce look initially that we got. And now I love it. I'm used to it. I love it. But I also love my short hair. So if you go on my Instagram, you'll see I have pictures with short hair, long hair, short hair. And it's fun. My hair grew back. It's about like this long. And I am a brunette. So you'll see both images, and you wonder who. So it's kind of fun, you know. I'll get to appointments with clients. It's like, you know.
Well, tell us about business and
Very
what are you
good.
currently doing? What's next?
Yeah. So what's next? During pandemic. So as I was thinking about what was next, I was prior to being with the firm that I am with, which is Fortune International Realty. I was on a project called the Residences at Mandarin Oriental, which is now pre-construction. It's being built. It's a residences, of course, and a hotel. And so I specialize in new construction, pre-construction for many, many years. I've worked for some beautiful projects in Miami, and I worked on a beautiful project in Boca. And I thought, well, what's next? What are we doing? We have to reassess, you know, doing business now with everything that's happening. And so I joined Fortune International Group and co-founded a team called the Worth Group. And we've really been working and in operation since just like, I think September, October of last year. So it's really less than a year. And I'm really proud of the team, which includes Blake. You know, I have Adam Elmer, who's my business partner, Jennifer Paulino, our assistant. It's great. It's like creating this team and also spearheading the opening of Fortune International in Boca, in Palm Beach County.
Which is real estate?
It's a large firm, real estate firm, yes, based in Miami. They've been in business over 37 years in Miami. They're pretty large, 1,000 agents in Miami. Wow. Edgardo de Fortuna is someone I've known in the business industry, real estate, for many years, and has given me this opportunity to spearhead the opening and kind of launching Fortune International Realty here in Boca and really for Palm Beach County. They also have an alliance with Warburg Realty, which is based in New York City. Yeah, we specialize in a lot of luxury, new construction, pre-construction, but mostly, you know, we do real estate. Actually, yesterday we had a really huge closing in Royal Palm Yacht and Country Club at $10.250 million. So the team did that. It's phenomenal. So very proud. So we're doing some big things. The intention is for Marie and the team to dominate Boca in real estate. On the health side, of course, I want to get better and be strong health-wise and be there for my children and keep that, you know, legacy going.
Well, you're like a role model with all the adversity that you've been through. Yes. I can see how your team can rally around that. And I wanted to ask you real quick, new construction, I see, has picked up.
Yes, absolutely.
Is this because monies were set aside and they stopped, and now it's like everywhere you go, there's new construction everywhere?
Right. So new construction, especially in Boca, has been a boom, right? This year, sales have picked up tremendously on many projects, especially downtown. We have a lot of new high-rises downtown, including Alina. We have Royal Palm Residences, which we are one of the ambassadors for. And the reason it's picked up, obviously we know what's happening in the real estate market, lots of buyers coming down here. And what's interesting is that I'm seeing lots from California now, which we haven't seen before. Of course, Boston is getting stronger. So it's not only just New York City, New Jersey, Long Island. We're seeing other states coming here. So yes, it's picked up tremendously. People want new. They want new. And and it's lacking. And that's why I saw the need that people want new. Boca, Palm Beach County. Miami is a bit different. Miami has always, and they're continuously building something new. It's like you see a new high-rise new. So, but Boca has not. So they're going through that boom, and that's why we created new construction, BocaRaton.com, exactly for that purpose.
Very nice.
How do people contact you?
So you can send me an email at marie@theworthgroup.com, which is GRP, actually abbreviated. So theworthgrp.com. You can also contact me via our cell phone, which is Blake.
561-639-2149.
Say it again.
And you have inventory, yes?
Yes.
It's very important you say that.
And what is your
Yes,
price point?
We have listings right now. We have inventory. We have listings from $1 million to up at the moment, but we also have opportunities under $1 million off market, and we have a lot of relations. So we have a lot of off market properties. So if you call me and say, hey, Marie, I'm looking for this, I can make things happen for you. You know, we're very aggressive when it comes to the team and looking for off market. So you want something on the water specifically. Relationships are the key to off market properties, which we do have.
Amazing. All right. Thank
Well,
you so much.
They're big enough that they can say that. That's
An
the
inspiring story. You know,
Yes,
another,
thank you.
you're not 50 yet, but I'm going to say you're a little close to be my 50 over 50, 50 for 50.
There's another
Empowering
example.
women.
There's another example. She could be, you have an ambassador sitting right here.
100%.
It's interesting how things work out.
It's
It's really
interesting
strange.
how I put things out there and the universe
Well, it's
provides.
interesting because I haven't spoken to Blake in
been a
quite a
long
while,
time.
in a little while. It's been a minute. And then when
It's
you,
been about 6 months since I last seen you.
Yeah, and then it's funny because he didn't even know we were here because I met him at the radio station. And you know, Jeff DeForest, all these guys that I got into this business, he was part of that whole crew.
It's all about relationships, isn't it?
Exactly.
And here she is. And it was a week later, and you picked a good day to do this thing. 'cause
Picked
you
a
had
great
to-
day because Wayne Henry is a great person for you to meet right now as an ambassador and what you're working with your foundation for women and a health advocacy group.
Yeah. Currently, I am not. So I am looking locally to work with a group for sure.
Well, we got some people for you.
Perfect. And then internationally, I have the intention of creating a foundation, or at least, you know, working within a foundation internationally to focus on Africa mostly. But here in Boca, I would love to work with a local organization, especially women empowerment. I'm all about women empowerment. So would love to definitely have an alliance with someone.
Here's our second episode of our Women Empowerment series. There you go. I'm going to end up booking a whole series before I get off this chair. Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's start our Gubba weekend early. We've got Steve Gubb joining us all the way from Boston, kicking off our event tonight, sponsored by Gubba Rum for the guys. And the ladies are sponsored by Lost Harbor. Here's our ladies tonight. We're making the Floridora and the Pink Sunset. But guys, we got plenty to go around. So
Floridora.
The Floridora. It's a little wet because Slick got a little wet, but it's all good. Let's take a commercial break. Marie, thank you so much. Blake, thank you. Great introduction. And Wayne, we'll be right back.
Barbara Silver has inspired women worldwide for over 30 years with her artistic talents. With a combination of texture, color blocking, and sculpture, this creator of many beauty bestsellers has taken the world by storm with her passion for design and color. Barbara's eclectic style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming. She is the most well known for her unconventional tools and techniques, including spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her textured surfaces and playful resin sculptures can be found in many tasteful private homes in Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Her miraculous compositions are exhibited at the heart of Delray Gallery, as well as Boca Raton's The Gallery Lounge. For more information, Barbara Silver can be reached at 917-757-0447 or emailed at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios that will set the venue for any media application. We offer remote services as a radio or TV production and continue to grow new venues to bring your ideas to life. We also specialize in video and photo content for social media. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Exciting buzz and chatter about this new game changer in the pickup and delivery and rideshare space. And now you want to know more. Well, forget everything you knew about the tired old delivery and rideshare services that bully restaurants, take advantage of drivers, and confuse consumers into spending way more than they should. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, where we put you first. When you sign up as a driver with Trip Delivers and Trip Rides, we onboard you with your own credit card merchant account. That's right, with Trip, you're in the driver's seat as an owner-operator of your own business, and you'll always earn 100% of the delivery fee, rideshare fee, cancellation fee, wait time, and tip. And therefore, we charge a low monthly fee to use the Trip platform. For only $39.99 per month, you can sign up as a side hustle driver, allowing you up to 75 rides, 75 deliveries, or 75 of both combined per month. Welcome to a new delivery and rideshare company, where drivers earn more, consumers and riders pay less, and restaurants are charged less. Trip rides, going places, doing good.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Now, your mama's coming?
She needs a personal invitation, so Mama will call you with a personal invite.
What are you talking about? Get your butt here. If you want, I'll even go get you. If you give me enough time to do it, I'll go get you. Just let me know what you want.
Yes, Mom wants to come, but she needs, she needs some coaxing, maybe a Freddie phone call.
Hey, Mom, I got a couple of bottles.
Yeah,
with
no
your
better
name on it.
bartender than my mom, Wayne. Grandma
Oh.
vodka in the house. We're making some gin,
No,
some
you-
rum, and we're going to give out some shots
You
of
don't wanna
Capistara.
She's
make
life of the
her
party.
The life of the party.
Is Steve on? Let's bring him over.
Let's bring over the other life of the party.
Let's bring over Mr. Baston. Let's see. Hey, Mr.
Oh,
oh
nice
my
shirt.
God! Look
Why,
at
thank you.
Wow.
You just made my week.
You look very
You
nice
look
and very,
very
Flora.
spiffy.
Floradora is how you look today.
Well, thank you so much. I think
Floradora.
this is my tasting shirt today. I'm doing a tasting in about an hour and a half
Where?
at a liquor store in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Gary's Liquors on VFW Parkway.
Are you going by
Very
yourself?
fine wine.
Are you going by
Yes,
yourself?
I am, unfortunately. Yes.
No ambassador today?
The ambassadors have left the building.
The ambassador of left.
I gotta ask you, you had Joy with you, and she ended up on a car magazine. And I know because of the way she was dressed, I know she was with you. With you?
Which?
Uh-huh.
Welcome to the Bronx.
And how the hell did that happen?
Joy has been doing photo shoots for the car magazines, and she's got a couple of other things in the works, separate and apart from her work with me.
Oh, with you, of course.
With me.
You're gonna come out in the magazine with her?
Yeah, I'm going to put on a nice little suit just like she wears and lie across the hood.
Yeah,
Okay,
you should
I'll
be here
put
for
that
their strip
company
poker
out of business.
tonight. You, Freddie, Wayne, Slick's hanging out with the girls. Slick's
I'll
coming to my side tonight.
No, he's not hanging out with the girls.
Slick is a smart guy.
No, he's the one that brought the cards. So you tell me.
Well.
So tell me what's going on in the world of Gubba.
We've had some new contacts with some really good potential things going on again in Hawaii. We've had samples delivered. I mean, sometimes this stuff works or happens as slow as molasses. It's really tough. But it's still happening in Hawaii. It's still happening on the west coast of Florida. So I'm real excited about what's about to transpire here.
So it's going well in Hawaii, just a little slow?
It's going well, and people are trying samples. People have received samples, and hopefully decisions will be made, and we will move forward.
Fantastic.
And
You
we've
guys
even
drink
got some
rum?
new stuff.
You like rum? Rum?
Anything
I haven't had rum in a long time.
This is a different type of rum, though.
Okay.
This doesn't have
So
the rum.
is Joy
taste.
back in Florida? Can she come tonight?
It's a rum with no rum taste.
Right.
Interesting. Definitely have
Sure.
not had that one.
Oh, this is right up your alley. This is just like
Great.
you, different.
So what will
Not
happen
Blake, 'cause
after?
Blake is-
What will happen
Blake is-
after? I don't know, half an hour drinking it. Like
We'll give you a little taste of it, see
Okay.
what you think. And then you're going to
Can't
say,
wait to
wow,
taste
this
it.
really does taste it.
that's pretty amazing.
Did you see Amy's post last week? She went and bought 3 bottles of Gubba rum.
I did. I have the picture. I thought it was spectacular.
I guess that's to
I
hold her
loved
over
it.
this month when she goes to North Carolina.
But
until
she's
she
not
comes back.
leaving. She got some bad
I was
news.
gonna-
She did?
Yes.
What's the bad news?
her delivery truck will be in this week, so she can't leave. She has to wait maybe another week or two. So she's gonna have to get another 3 bottles.
Well, then in that case, I hope that the 3 bottles are good enough to get her at least through this weekend, and that way she can buy 3 more next weekend and keep me in business. We like that.
That's true.
What's happening for summer? Any new summer recipes for Gubba Silver, maybe?
I don't have the recipes for that. As we've discussed on the show a little bit, I really hope to get things moving faster as far as having a coquito to develop and sell in South Florida for the holidays, which means it's going to be ready to go at the end of October. That's the first thing.
Well, hold on. I gotta give you some South Florida education. Coquito down here is not like up north. Coquito down here is a 24/7, 12 months a year. Up north, you have it around Christmas and New Year's, somebody's birthday. Down here, they drink it like mojito. They drink it like it's going out of style.
That's a very good lesson. I thank you for that information. That means what I have to do is get my behind in gear and get rolling on production. That's what it means.
Yeah, I need it done right away.
But what the good news is that it may actually have something in the works that will help me pull this stuff off. We'll see.
Excellent.
The fast track to coquito. I can't believe we're actually talking about that.
Why?
Because that means it's Christmas. Although next month is Christmas in July, so we may as well start talking about it.
Well, first of all, we were supposed to have Trip Delivers here today.
Yeah.
He got called away yesterday, an emergency up in New York. But we were going to talk about Cafe Delivers, because if you get me that coquito in a bottle, we deliver using Trip Delivers, that whole setup.
Fantastic. If we'll be happy to put it together.
When you coming down? Wayne misses you.
Wayne wants
makes
to
me
see
very,
you.
That makes me very nervous. You know, if I see Wayne, it looks like he's doing a little wood carving, and it makes me nervous when I see that type of thing. It's sort of a box he's working on. Yeah.
It's a box with you in it.
Voodoo doll or something.
It's a voodoo doll.
Stop that.
That's
Again, where's our disclaimer? These are the opinions of Freddie, not necessarily again.
Why? I didn't say it. He said it.
He said nothing.
He said voodoo doll.
When are you coming down, Steve?
I don't know. I guess it'll be the last week in June, I hope. I just don't know. I have to work in, Florida's a big state, and I have to basically go everywhere and do everything. And plus, I have to get back to New Orleans. I haven't been there yet, and I desperately need to get there.
Has New Orleans open?
New Orleans is bad. Yeah, they're open again. But it's like anything else. Some of these places, even though they're open, they are cautious. They're open but cautious. For example, I did a tasting yesterday. Excuse me, I did a tasting yesterday. It went very well, but I was really shocked that I was standing there doing the tasting. I was not wearing a mask or gloves or anything else. Almost every person that came into that store in 2.5 hours had a mask on. And I was really surprised by that. Because, I don't know the answer to that. Perhaps people are being cautious, but perhaps these people were not vaccinated or are not vaccinated. And it's I don't want to say disconcerting, but it's strange to see that now. I still see people walking down the street without anybody within 100 yards of themselves, and they're wearing a mask. And I do not understand it.
People are being cautious because even with the vaccine doesn't mean you couldn't possibly contract it. So
now we need to let people know that the Gubba mask is going into production in 10 days. It has a straw. You can wear the mask.
And
it says
Irma
Gubba
said
on
really.
it. Huh?
And Irma said really.
Yeah, well, you know we have it. You've seen it. As a matter of fact, Teddy has one.
Yes.
It has a straw sewn into the The mask.
Is that, Freddie, we're doing this mask now because people want to drink Gubba on an incognito basis? Because it seems to me we are bringing out this mask,
Is it
maybe a
full-face
day
mask?
late. A full mask, that's a good idea, Wayne. That's a very good idea.
Do you remember when Converse were used in the day and they're coming back now? These masks are going to be collector's items.
I wear
I
Converse every day.
survived the virus. Think about it.
Well,
Hey,
that's
I can see
true.
a hat, and you can have Gubba bottles on the top. It's connected.
Of course you can.
That's guys' night. Marie, this is what I deal with on the other
that's
side
great.
of the women empowerment. 2 bottles of Gubba upside down on their head like this.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah,
Why
Blake,
not?
the guys and the girls, yes.
With 2 straws. In the
That would be
mask.
great. And then the mask. We need to get a straw in each bottle that's connected, so people ask if we can mix the rums together, and they could just suck them up that way. It'd be great.
Listen, I got to tell you, a friend of mine told me, because we never shut down, you've been there since the very beginning, that thanks to you and thanks to your product, they got through this. Not drunk, but they got through this feeling a little bit better about what was going on around them. So that's probably why they wouldn't shut liquor down. So all kidding aside, it became essential. It does. All kidding aside, you have a product. Nobody's ever tasted rum like this before. Now, I was an avid drunk.
Drunk?
You know.
Drunk?
I was an avid drinker in the day of rum, but I have never in my life tasted anything like this. And I've been to the Bacardi plants and everything else. And there's my disclaimer. Once again, they put disclaimers on me, Blake. You believe this?
Blake's shocked, I know. He's like, I can't even imagine that.
Anyway, get your Gubba on. Did you see the cartoon that I put on last week? I'm going to put it on again. Started out right. It's going to be in the 90s in Florida.
Tastes like 100, I think they said, with the heat index.
It doesn't rain here. We're turning into the Sahara Desert. It ain't going to rain for another 10 years. Enjoy your Gubba. At least, you know, if you're going to dry up with a smile on your face.
Hey, don't say that. I'm 54. It's not a nice thing
See
to
what
say.
I'm
Don't
saying?
tease me.
John, you have no idea. You've got such a long way to go. 54, you're a child.
I'm going to
Paul.
light
You're
a candle
still
for
a
him.
child.
I got to tell you.
54, you're cutting my life expectancy by the minute.
Steve, I can't wait to see you.
Thank you, Dawn.
Have
I
a
look
great
forward to seeing you
weekend.
guys in a couple of weeks. Great show today. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Ready to get your Gubba weekend going?
Let's get it started, baby.
Let's go. I think I like the Gubba Espresso Martini. We got to figure out our new espresso machine.
What?
Huh?
You mean the coffee?
Yes. Right?
Delicious.
Oh, no. Another espresso lover.
Another espresso lover. Have a great weekend, everyone. Check it out tonight. You'll see some pictures on social media talking about Our Ladies Night, sponsored by Dignity Memorial. And we got Lost Harbor. We're going to have Gubba in the guys' room. More to come with that. The Floridor, the Pink Sunset. Of course, for all of your pre-planning needs, you can always contact Wayne Henry at 561-654-9000.
Correct.
I got that right. And Marie, thank you for joining us. Blake, thank you for the connection. A lot of stuff going on today.
Do me a favor, ladies. Come on down and make Dawn make room. I want to see that. I will pour it on
I'll be
myself.
starting my Gubba weekend in about 30
Because
seconds.
people are writing to me.
I know.
She didn't say nothing. Well, I'm saying it now. Come on down. Let Dawn make room. We always make room. We make room
Always
up in the
true.
bay.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Tune in for the Florida Love Show today at 3 o'clock on Florida Love. And we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
In the cold and sleepless nights, wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can pick in every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that glaze across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly